Do you think that stroke treatment is a kind of a natural next step? I mean, obviously it's already in process, but like from that initial like skin wound research, is stroke treatment kind of a natural following step, or is this kind of a or was it kind of a big leap, and now we're realizing, oh, this is kind of amazing?
Yeah, that's a great question because when I first joined the lab, I was like skin versus brain. Like those are almost like, I don't know, at least the way I thought about it coming in, they're almost like opposites just in terms of, well, the brain's pretty unique to most other things in the body, I would say. So, um, I think this is can kind of get into just the way um, science researchers and like engineering professors in academia and all these people think about how they run their labs and how they sort of take next steps with their technologies. Um, they look for gaps usually, and so there are other ways that this material can be applied. Like we've had students who are either students or they're postdocs, which means they had their PhD, but they were working in our lab, and they went on to form labs that are focusing on other areas. Like I think one person's maybe using this material for like pancreas things for diabetes, I think. Like using it as like a delivery vehicle for insulin or something like that. I'm not super familiar, but I think my assumption is that when our lab was looking at where to apply this material next, they were looking for just something that needed uh, stronger therapies and something that maybe biomaterials weren't applied to a lot yet. And so I think stroke was that answer. Another thing uh, that I've kind of realized as I've been around here a bit more is you can often make your decisions just based on who happens to be around you. And what I mean by that is, when this first started, this lab was actually at UCLA. They moved like 5 or 6 years ago to Duke. And they had a collaborator who was really, really big, a really, really big neurologist, big stroke expert. And so he had done um, maybe he had already done a little bit of materials things with stroke, but not with our material. And so I think that I don't know this for sure, but I would assume that was part of the motivation too, is that we have this collaborator here, and this person is an expert. This could happen, and this could be great. So it's not always that we have the infinite number of possibilities for where to apply the technology. It can also be that, we could apply it in these few different ways. This one, there's an expert here, and they already have some expertise, and like we could collaborate with them. And I think that would be a good step for us.
What a great explanation of like how scientific curiosity works. It's
It's
like
pretty
you
crazy.
want something both new and like novel, and also um, maybe this is the wrong word, but like kind of convenient, like the
Mhm.
convenience of someone being right there that is an expert in this field, and then you have this tissue or a material that's never been used. It's like just looking for where those new connections are to be
hmm
made.
Yeah, yeah, it's less cut and dry than I first thought coming in about like, okay, the very best next best thing is this, and so we're going to do this, because science is it's really hard. It takes like a really, really long time to do anything. And so having things like a strong collaborator, the convenience factor, like that's a big part of it.